San Antonio starts right now.
And a good morning to you. It is Tuesday, May 28th.
Hey, thanks for joining us. Some of you had an extended weekend, but either if you're working or off, it was just hot all the way around.
Scorching hot. You were down in Laredo for part of the weekend.
And it was hotter over there.
Yeah, you came back and it was like Arctic weather.
Oh, well, I wouldn't go that far, but yeah, it was a little warm.
Unbelievable. Let's see where things are looking right now and then add in a touch of a shower or storm to part of our area for later today.
Yes. And what's looking to be shaping up to be a fairly decent chance for some potentially strong storms. More on that in a second. First of all, we are starting off the same as it has been the past few days. We haven't started to see any drop in the humidity as of yet. It's that just thick air that's sitting on top of us. Temperature right now 79 degrees, so we're almost 10 above normal. And then these numbers, dew points, still remain in the mid 70s around the area. Maybe in some spots down little bit. I'm trying to spin this as best as possible, as encouraging as possible, but we still have heat index readings in the low mid 80s, even some upper 80s, feels like 87 out there at the airport as of right now. Heat advisories. So remember yesterday we had the excessive heat warning posted for most of the area. This is just about the southern half, if you will. Now that doesn't mean it's not going to be hot and humid elsewhere, but this is where we're going to see the highest temperatures, the highest apparent temperature, the highest heat index later on this afternoon. Now, as far as the severe risk, yesterday you recall that we had that chance for severe storms today. Now, the Storm Prediction Center has upped this. This is a 2 and then a 3 on a scale of 1 to 5. So a pretty good chance if storms tend to pop up there in the hill country, they will become severe with high winds and very large hail. We can also see some very hefty downpours. Now, today it's not going to be quite as hot, but I'm only talking a couple of degrees. We'll take anything, though. We're talking mid 90s as opposed to upper 90s. We did hit 99 officially out there at the airport yesterday. And then tonight, some of those storms, like I said, some severe with some heavy rain. The rest of the week, a stray storm is going to be possible, not very likely, but at least there's still that small chance. Mid 90s and slightly lower humidity. It's not like it's going to be bone dry out there, but it's just not going to be this extreme humidity that we've been having. Take a look ahead to the first couple of days of June. Yeah, June this weekend already. Details coming up in just a couple of minutes. Traffic Authority, the man behind the wheel again this morning. He always uses his turn signal. Justin Horn.
Every time, without fail. Usually. Anyway, yesterday, Mike, when I was driving home from work, I forgot to put my sun blocker up in the windshield. I couldn't get my car to cool down for basically the entire ride home. It was one of those days. As you said, maybe a little bit cooler today, hopefully some rain, but that's going to hold off until later in the day. So if you're going to be out and about this morning, roads are dry. There's not much traffic out there right now. It looks like a lot of people are sleeping in. But there's a look at I-10 and Brazos. We do still have that construction there on the upper level that will constrict things to one lane. That's been there for the better part of a week and a half now, but still there. And as we look at the roads this morning, as far as flow goes, everything looks pretty good. We've got green basically across the board here. Obviously, it will pick up a little bit later this morning. But the commute might be a little bit delayed as we're coming off a weekend. That really, again, is all we have going on out there as far as construction, too, because the construction workers had Memorial Day weekend off as well. If anything does pop up, we'll let you know, guys.
Thank you, Justin. Now to an update on a deadly shooting we first brought you yesterday here on GMSA. What was supposed to be a day of celebration for a new graduate ended in tragedy.
Sunday night, an 80-year-old woman was shot and killed by a stray bullet after attending a graduation at the Alamo Dome. And now people are telling our John Paul Barajas that they're worried what that shooting means for their safety.
You ever think twice when you come downtown?
I do, just for the simple fact that again, you just don't know what's going to happen.
And the worst possible thing did happen to a family Sunday night. An 80-year-old woman from the Dallas area was shot and killed by a stray bullet while she and her family were driving through downtown after a graduation at the Alamo Dome.
For stuff like that to happen, especially for people that are out of town that come to visit, I mean, it's sad.
The chief said the shooting was a result of a fight between two groups of men that started near Indianola and Chavez and then escalated west towards Hemisphere and Alamo. He says there were shell casings at both locations.
This shooting last night made me sick to my stomach. This was a random act by individuals who have no regard for anybody else's well-being.
According to Chief William McManus, San Antonio police detained 9 people. Also, a 19-year-old believed to be involved in the shooting was critically injured. Business owners worry that incident gives the downtown area a bad rap.
We need attention to it. We don't want to kill the tourism in here. The tourists get shot, get crossfired, or however that happened. Is definitely going to put a little concern on everybody who's planning to come to San Antonio.
As for the chief, he says downtown is well patrolled and that safe officers in the area will get more backup if they ask for it.
There's a distinction between a hotspot and random acts that are occurring in a particular area. There's nothing organized about these offenses that happen.
John Paul Barajas, KSAT 12 News.
Happening today, the Daniel Garcia trial is set to resume. He is the man accused of killing 5-year-old Dominic Aguilar Acevedo before his remains were found in a Colorado ravine. Now, KSAT has been live streaming the trial since the very beginning and will continue to do so this week. So you can watch it on KSAT.com, KSAT Plus, and the KSAT YouTube page.
Today is runoff election day. Polls will be open from 7 to 7. And just remember, as long as you're in line by 7 p.m., you can still cast your vote. If you've got questions about what's at stake, we've got the answers for you. Just use this QR code on your screen. The KSAT Vote 2024 webpage is full of helpful information like polling places, sample ballots, and more. And don't forget, we'll have a special runoff election live stream starting tonight at 7 o'clock, right after the news at 6 with Steve Spriester and Myra Arthur. Results will start trickling in as soon as we start the stream, so you can watch on any of the KSAT streaming platforms. The death toll rising from severe storms over the long holiday weekend.
As ABC's Perry Russum reports, at least 22 people have been killed, including children, after an outbreak of tornadoes across several states.
Severe weather moving east, downpours in D.C., a tornado warning in Maryland. This is the same system that created more than 24 tornadoes over the weekend, leaving destruction in Oklahoma and Kentucky. Debris is being cleared in Valley View, Texas, one of the hardest hit cities.
My mom, she's still in the hospital. She's in the ICU. She broke her spine in half in the middle, I believe, and she has broken ribs, so she can't feel her legs.
This is what's left of Todd and Lisa Smith's barn, the couple hiding in this bathtub with their dog as the tornado ripped apart their home around them.
I just don't know what the future holds.
In Piatt, Arkansas, in the northern part of the state, the destruction is overwhelming.
You don't know where your next meal is going to come from or where you're going to sleep tonight.
The storms are having effects on travel. We are seeing delays at the airports in Dallas and Atlanta. Highways and roads were also damaged. Perry Russum, ABC News, Washington.
NFL kicker Brandon McManus is in trouble for some alleged contact off the field. ESPN reports a new lawsuit accuses McManus of rubbing and grinding against 2 flight attendants on a team-chartered plane while the Jacksonville Jaguars were traveling to London for a game last year. Now, the suit also claims one of the flight attendants made eye contact with another Jaguars player whom she said looked ashamed of McManus's behavior, end quote. Well, McManus's attorney says flight attendants' claims are, quote, absolutely fictitious and demonstrably false allegations made as part of a campaign to defame and disparage a talented and well-respected NFL player.
Tributes pouring in from across the NBA for Bill Walton, who died after a long battle with cancer. He was 71. The 6'11" Walton was a giant figure on the court, but he's being remembered for his even bigger personality. At UCLA, he led the Bruins to 2 NCAA championships. Never afraid to speak his mind, Walton was arrested for protesting the Vietnam War. After he was chosen first in the 1974 NBA draft, he'd win championships with the Blazers and Celtics. Walton fought through a lifelong stutter to become one of the game's most adored broadcasters. Right now it's 5:09, 80 degrees on your Tuesday morning.
Well, just ahead, how YouTube is fighting back against people that use ad blockers.
An American arrested in the Turks and Caicos after authorities found ammunition in his luggage. Up next, he's talking about his experience for the first time since being able to come home to the U.S.
And let's look out there with live cam. If you're inside in the AC, you will notice the difference when you step outside for sure. Starting off humid, but a chance of rain possibly in some areas. We're going to check in with Mike very soon. Welcome back. It's 5:13. Well, an American arrested in Turks and Caicos after authorities found ammunition in his luggage is talking for the first time after returning home. ABC's Matt Rivers has the details in today's GMA First Look.
In this morning's GMA First Look, the American father of two, detained in Turks and Caicos for over 100 days, is back home with his family.
It feels literally like a dream come true.
In February, airport authorities finding hunting ammunition in Brian Hagerich's luggage that he says he didn't even know he had. That crime carrying a mandatory minimum sentence of 12 years behind bars. Hagerich spending more than a week in jail before posting bail, but forced to wait in Turks and Caicos until his moment before the judge.
Knowing that the fate of my life and our family was about to be determined. And not to say that we weren't, in crisis mode before, because we were, but we're also preparing for the worst.
And coming up at 7 a.m., more of my exclusive interview with the Hagerich family. With your GMA First Look, I'm Matt Rivers, ABC News, Mexico City.
Time now is 5:14 and 80 degrees for now.
Still ahead, why some Instagram users may soon have early access to new features.
And let's look out there with TransGuide. Construction continues out there. I-10 at Brazos. We're going to get a check-in with Justin Horn, who's watching the roads this morning.
I was drowning in debt.
I had over $36,000 in debt.
If I would have just made the minimum payments, it would have taken me 59 years to pay off.
National Debt Relief can significantly reduce the amount you owe.
National Debt Relief reduced my debt by over $27,000.
With National Debt Relief, you have a powerful team that knows how to talk to your creditors.
National Debt Relief, they got me out of debt.
Call or visit nationaldebtrelief.com to get started.
Why didn't we do this last year?
Before you were preventing migraine with Qulipta.
And look at me now. You'll never truly forget migraine, but 0 migraine days are possible.
Don't take if allergic to Qulipta. Most common side effects are nausea, constipation, and sleepiness.
Qulipta, the forget you get migraine medicine.
It's Derm's day off, but Neutrogena Ultra Sheer Sunscreen is still on the clock. Vital Sun Protection goes 6 layers deep, blocking 97% of burning UV rays. It's light, but it's working hard. Unlike me. Neutrogena Ultra Sheer Sunscreen.
And we're just back at just about 5:18. And again, everybody, it's Tuesday today.
Yes.
Even though yesterday felt kind of like a busy Sunday for a lot of folks.
Yes, for a lot of us, yeah. And now it's back to routine for most people.
Different day, but same.
Same traffic.
Same construction. Yeah. Yeah, they're still working on the upper level of I-10. It's going to be a while longer. They're getting there, but you can see all the construction equipment is just. It's just there. They're not working on it this morning. Obviously, we're coming off a holiday, and they put a pause in a lot of the construction for the holiday weekend, rightfully so. But things will get back underway today here, including 1604 and I-10 on the northwest side. Things will get back underway, so you can start to expect some of those normal delays that we have seen in the past. Traffic's getting by just fine now, but as traffic picks up a little bit later this morning, this will be one of those spots where we start to get some backups. They encourage people to take the lower level to avoid this. Only one lane getting by on the upper level. That is honestly all we're seeing out there on the TransGuide shots. We'll take you around town, but there's not much to look at. 410 and Jackson Keller. Smooth sailing. Not much people out on the roads, at least at this hour. And as we look at the maps, I mean, it's all green. Rarely do we see a map like this where there are zero issues. Not even construction to talk about, but that's where we are. So if you're wanting to get to work early this morning, now is a good time to leave the house. We do know things will pick up a little bit later as the morning commute gets underway. Mike.
Can you take a picture of that?
I know, right?
So we can
save it.
So we can have evidence. At one point, there was nothing going on out there. So, all right, yesterday on their front porch in Bandera, look at that. That's 109. Now, officially out at the airport, we're at 99 degrees. But of course, temperatures vary all around the area from your backyard to somebody else's backyard. Thank you very much for the KSAT Connect picture. The one thing is we're not going to be as hot. It's still going to be hot and humid, but at least down a couple of degrees. You can once again see just that haze hanging out there over there at 10 at 410. And throughout the rest of today, lots of clouds around this morning. We stay in the upper 70s, some sunshine later on today, and we'll have those heat index readings getting up right around 100. And then we start to see the chance for some rain move into the picture. 96 for a high temperature today. So we'll still be 6 degrees above normal. And again, a small chance for that. So as far as heat advisories, it's our southern southeastern counties. Does not include Bexar County. Of course, you just got to be careful if you're outside, but we don't have the extreme or excessive heat warnings in place like we had yesterday. However, we do have a pretty good risk for the severe storms later on tonight. So yesterday it was a 1 and a 2. Now the Storm Prediction Center has ramped that up. This is a 2 and then a 3 on a scale of 1 to 5. And this is the enhanced risk, means a pretty good chance, or if something does pop, it's got a very, very good chance to become severe. Here's what this computer model looks like. And again, like yesterday, there's a couple of computer models don't have much going on, and this one's a little more aggressive with some of the rain and some of the storms coming in here out of the hill country later on tonight, and then going into the evening hours, and then also another wave coming in here from the west as well. So this will move through. The other thing we're going to have to watch out for is the potential for some heavier rain. Now, tomorrow in the afternoon, there's another chance for some of these storms to work their way on in here, with a small chance for 1 or 2 of them to be on the strong to severe side. As far as projected rainfall totals, could see 1 inch to 2 inches of rain in some of these heavier storms out here. So that's what we'll have to be on the lookout for. If all that kind of comes at once, that'll be an issue, obviously. As far as the dew points, and sorry, didn't get a pause point in there, but we're going to be seeing lower humidity in the afternoons. We'll kind of go through a little bit more of the 24-hour cycle as we go into the next few days with the higher humidity in the morning, and then it drops down in the afternoon. So it won't be just as ridiculously oppressively humid in the afternoons as opposed to what we have been seeing. It seems like forever now. So we are going to make it up to 96 today, and there's the small chance for rain in the afternoon, but then later on tonight we've got the chance for the storms, potentially severe storms. Now tomorrow 93, and again we've got that chance for some rain each and every day. It doesn't mean we're going to be seeing rain each and every day, but at least, again, there is that shot at some rain. Temperatures will still stay slightly above normal, even going into the first weekend of June on Saturday and Sunday in the mid-90s, lows in the mid-70s. Better at 100, so we'll just spin this on the positive side. But again, late this afternoon, especially this evening, you want to definitely stay tuned, keep your app handy for the potential for strong storms.
Oh, watch out for it. Thank you, Mike.
Okey-doke. Thank you, Mike. 522, 80 degrees.
Just ahead, why your iPhone's home screen might look a little different after your phone gets its next update.
Let's take a look at your lottery numbers. Pick 3, 346, Fireball 0, Daily 4, 3308, Fireball 9.
Cash 5, 2, 18, 19, 29, 31. Your Texas two-step 4, 5, 12, 27. Bonus ball 24. And your Powerball numbers 9, 30, 39, 49, 59, Powerball 21, Power Play 5. Good luck.
Apple is reportedly redesigning the iPhone's home screen. ABC's Andrew Dimbert has details in today's Tech Bites.
In today's Tech Bites, Apple is set to revamp iPhone home screens. iOS 18 will bring customizable app icons and AI-powered features like custom emojis. More details are expected to be revealed at Apple's Worldwide Developers Conference, which is on June 10th. Next, YouTube's new tactic against ad blockers. Videos are skipping to the end of the clip for some users attempting to block ads with a program. Some believe it's an intentional move to discourage ad blocker use, while others think it's a bug. Users have reported that disabling their ad blocker resolves the problem. Finally, Instagram may soon let users opt into early access for new features. A leaked snapshot revealed the option in the settings menu. It's similar to a test program on WhatsApp, which allows users to test new features before their official release. I couldn't figure out how to get this early access feature this morning. Then it dawned on me. Those are your Tech Bites.
Notice Rhiannon's nowhere in sight when he does this stuff.
So she doesn't have to respond
She's
to
not
it.
around to slap him.
Yeah. Maybe that's a good thing.
Right.
So, 527 and 80 degrees.
I like to stay within slapping distance. Hey, when it comes to protecting your skin from the sun, you need the best sunblock. Up next, we hear from a local certified dermatologist and why she says to avoid using those spray-on sunscreens.
And ahead on GMSA at 6, our Great Grad Series continues with UTSA and one graduate who turned his struggles into success. How his family inspired him to finish school.
Good morning to you. It is Tuesday, the 28th.
Thanks for joining us. Rise and shine for those of you who had a little break. It's time to get back to the routine. Yeah.
And same routine as far as the humidity this morning, so we didn't get that break. We did get some of those storms late yesterday afternoon, evening.
I did see some of those on radar.
Yeah, some did reach severe levels, and there's the risk again tonight for some of those as well. So then eventually we're going to be getting rid of a little bit of the humidity around here as time rolls on. But first of all, I mean, same picture that we've been seeing the past few mornings, all that haze kind of hanging around here, and temperatures remain very, very warm. The normal low temperature right now is at 70, so we are just way above that. It feels like it's 87 degrees when you step outside. 80 Rio Medina, and 79 is the heat index down there in Poteet. 84 is what it feels like in New Braunfels. Now, remember, yesterday we had most of the area covered with excessive heat warnings, and all of the area had some sort of a heat advisory. Now, the heat advisory is basically just in the southern half of our viewing area where some of the highest temperatures are, where some of the highest humidity is going to be. It's still going to be hot and humid, but down at least a few degrees. So again, I keep saying we'll take anything we can get. Now, the severe threat is pretty high for the hill country. This is a 3 on a scale of 1 to 5. The rest of the area has a 2, which is still in itself a pretty good chance for something to become strong to severe. Once again, the atmosphere is extremely volatile, so if something does happen to pop, it can become severe quite easily with high winds, hail, and then also some hefty downpours. You know, once again, we've got all of this moisture in there. It's like a sponge that's just full, and you give it a good squeeze and you get those hefty downpours, which is something that we'll have to watch out for. Temperatures, we're going to be up to 83 degrees today at 10 o'clock, and then we're going to make it up to 96, back down to 95 at 6 o'clock, and that's when we'll start to see some of those storms trying to develop in portions of the hill country up to the north and also out to the west. And then it's going to be tonight when the greatest threat of some of those storms moves into the area. So you're definitely going to make sure you stay tuned for that. In the meantime, getting ready to hit the roads this morning. Justin Horn, Traffic Authority. What is going on, sir?
Hey, Mike. A total dad move. I mowed the yard yesterday in preparation for the rain, so hopefully I didn't jinx anything. It's all ready to go. We just need it to happen. Well, it was rough, but we got it done. We do have one crash coming in. This is on the far southeast side. We're going to take you down to I-37 and Southton Road. We're getting reports of a rollover there, and this has not caused big traffic slowdowns yet, but we're starting to notice some of that yellow and red color. So the crash is probably more somewhere in that range down there. We're going to try to get some more information. There's no cameras down there, but if you're coming in on I-37, no, there's going to be some backups. It does look like they may have shut down several lanes here based on what we're seeing. So we'll get you some updates there. But that's the only crash that we have at the moment. It's been pretty quiet so far. And as we look at some of the TransGuide cameras, this is 410 and Jackson Keller. Looks good there. 281 in Hildebrand. No issues. And I-37 at 410, which is just up a little bit from where that crash is. Looks okay there. We'll continue to update you as we get some more information in on what's going on with that crash. Guys.
Thank you, Justin. Well, he was already an inmate in the Bexar County Jail, and now 28-year-old Alexander De La Rosa is facing more charges after investigators found child porn on his phone. Now, according to the Bexar County Sheriff's Office, someone looked through photos on De La Rosa's cell phone and found images and videos of child pornography. According to arrest paperwork, the images were of teenagers and young children. De La Rosa was in jail on 2 warrants of failure to register as a sex offender, and he's been re-arrested on possession of child porn. The Bexar County Sheriff's Office is asking anyone who knows anything about De La Rosa's alleged crimes to come forward. A series of powerful storms in the central and southern U.S. over the Memorial Day holiday weekend killed at least 22 people. The storms left a wide trail of destroyed homes, businesses, and power outages. The deaths happened here in Texas, as well as Oklahoma, Arkansas, and Kentucky. Oppressive heat is also setting records from South Texas to Florida.
Now to the global reaction to a deadly Israeli airstrike in Gaza. Dozens of civilians have reportedly been killed.
As ABC's Perry Russom reports, protesters here in the U.S. shut down a major freeway in Southern California.
This morning, the Biden administration is reportedly assessing whether this Israeli airstrike in Rafah Sunday crossed President Biden's red line. The attack leaving a refugee camp engulfed in flames, people screaming in horror. 50 people were killed, hundreds injured, according to the Hamas-run health ministry. This woman saying, "We were here in tents and suddenly we found rockets falling on us. There is nowhere safe for us to go." Her family now forced to move for the 8th time. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu calls the airstrike a tragic mishap, saying there was a technical failure that will be investigated. The Israeli military says it was conducting an intelligence-based strike which killed 2 senior Hamas officials, and that it regrets any harm to uninvolved civilians during combat. The deadly strike targeted a location only 650 feet from a designated humanitarian area. More than 1 million Palestinians have fled to Rafah during the war to seek refuge. President Biden earlier this month threatened to withhold weapons from Israel if its forces enter the city.
I made it clear that if they go into Rafah, they haven't gone into Rafah yet. If they go into Rafah, I'm not supplying the weapons that have been used historically to deal with Rafah, to deal with the cities.
The attack on Rafah sparking protests here in the U.S. Pro-Palestinian demonstrators blocking this freeway in Los Angeles. Perry Russom, ABC News, Washington.
To some sports news this morning. Former Spur Derek White's tie-breaking three-pointer with 43 seconds left gave Boston the lead, and the Celtics closed out a 4-game sweep of the Indiana Pacers 105-102 last night to reach the NBA Finals for the second time in 3 years. White finished with 16 points and only 2 threes in the game. Jaylen Brown led Boston with 29 points, while Jason Tatum added 26. The Celtics will now face either Dallas or Minnesota, which meet again tonight in Game 4 of their series. Well, this morning we're trying to help you get ready for the full summer sun and heat ahead of the next few weeks.
Well, the American Cancer Society reminds us that skin cancer is the most common type of all cancer in the U.S. And our Patty Santos is with us this morning. And Patty, there are so many options out there. So what did dermatologists say about picking an effective sunblock?
Yeah, there are a lot of options out there. And there's a lot of price points as well. It is hard to make the right choice. So what's cheap but also gets the job done? Now, we spoke with board-certified dermatologist Elizabeth Hughes for help, who says look for SPF of 50 or higher. Look for a water-resistant sunscreen, especially in Texas, where our cooling off probably involves a pool or some body of water. And apply every 2 hours. If you are in fact swimming, apply it every time you take a break from the pool or the water. And she encourages people to stay away from spray types. Here's why.
I notice people when they do the spray, they kind of mist and walk through like you would with perfume, and that's maybe giving you SPF 1 or 2. So it's really important that that's applied correctly, which is why I recommend at home before you get where you're going, put a full cream on, and then if you want to touch up with a spray, I think that's reasonable.
And as far as brands, well, she recommends Elta MD and Sunbum. We looked them up on Target. An 8-ounce bottle of Elta runs for about $58, and a 6-ounce bottle of Sunbum is about $17. Now, coming up in the next hour, we're going to talk about chemicals in those sunscreens and some of the options instead. Guys?
Patty, as we get ready for even hotter days, not everyone has fans or air conditioning. If you're in that situation, San Antonio does have places for you to cool off. Just use the QR code bottom left of your screen. It'll show you the closest cooling centers, places like libraries, senior centers, and community centers. They reopened this morning at 10 o'clock.
Time now is 5:39 and 79 degrees for now.
We talked about sun safety. Now you'll want to get your hands on the latest beach gear, from towels to beach chairs and umbrellas. Up next, we'll show you which one's got the best rating for this year's summer season.
And looking out there with live cam, sun is not up yet, but it's still warm out there at 79 degrees. We'll be right back.
The brutal heat may be bad for most of us unless you're heading to the beach, but even there, you need the right stuff.
Umbrellas, chairs, towels, 12 on your sides. Marilyn Moritz now on gearing up for the Pool Lake or Sandy Shores.
Beaching it means sand, surf, and stuff.
There's so many beach products out there. So we focused on some of the essentials: beach umbrellas, beach canopies, beach tents, and even sand repellent beach towels.
Consumer Reports likes this Turkish towel from Ephesus. It's compact, dries quickly, and some are less than $10.
We could not get sand to stick to this towel.
And get this, it repels sand. Now chairs. CR chose the Cooler Quad chair from Coleman. It's comfy and versatile.
Not only is this chair amazing on the beach, but you'll find yourself pulling it out so many times during the year.
For reclining under the sun, they also like the Tommy Bahama Wavy Marlin Deluxe. It has plenty of storage, including an insulated cooler pouch. Need some shade? These all say they're made with at least UPF 50 fabric. This Tommy Bahama umbrella has easy grip handles for setup, and it's designed to withstand serious beach breeze. This Caribbean Joe umbrella, not so much. It lost its battle with the wind. The Cool Cabana 5 was a top pick because of its easy use, and it offers a lot of shade. This tent from LL Bean is made from quality materials and had the most features. It was also the easiest to set up and take down among those tested. Sunburn is no day at the beach. This Coppertone lotion and this Eucerin spray got top scores in CR sunscreen ratings. And one more thing. Don't forget the snacks. Marilyn Moritz, KSAT 12 News.
Can't forget the snacks.
Yeah, that's the easy part.
Right.
And the fun part, too. Time now, 5:44 and 79 degrees for now.
Let's check on some TransGuide cameras around town. And one of these, it looks like 37 down there near Bronick Lake, is showing quite a few brake lights right now. If that camera doesn't pop up here on the rotator, Justin will show it to you coming up after the break. All right, Justin should be in the studio shortly. I am seeing an accident now. Rollover accident, I-37 and Southton Road, and we are seeing big backups on TransGuide now. If you guys could pop up that camera next, or Justin, if you're messing with the maps and you want to pop up the camera there in that area, we've got quite a few brake lights. Looks like it's mainly the northbound lanes of 37 is where that accident is popping up. Now on my map, it's showing the accident is on the opposite side of the highway, but clearly we see flashing lights and perhaps first responders out there. Again, northbound 37 coming into town on the interstate out there in the Bronick Lake area. And Justin, you just walked in here.
Yes.
Any other info right now, sir?
It looks to me like this is some sort of tractor trailer that has rolled over. You can kind of see it there in the distance. And yes, you guys are exactly right. It's right there by Bronick Lake. And this is causing some big backups. You're coming inbound. The far right lane is closed, so only one lane getting by here, and it's slow going. And there's going to be quite a bit more backups, I'm afraid, throughout the morning.
Yeah, if you're not familiar with that, that's what we could call it, kind of far southeast side. Out there, southeast part of the county. Mm-hmm. Justin, thank you.
Yes.
Watch out for that. Yeah, thank you both.
All right, warm and humid again this morning, and you got to find a way to keep cool these days. We're not going to hit 100 today, at least here in town. We didn't yesterday. I mean, you got as close as you can get up to 99, but it is squirrel splooting weather. You know it's hot when these guys are just splooted out. Is that a word, splooted? It is now. So.
As of last summer.
I guess, the squirrel's splooting and splooted, and he's all out there. So
that's exploitation.
Thank you.
Okay, move over, Andrew Dembert. That was great.
But yeah, you gotta stay in the shade as much as possible, because I always emphasize that these numbers that we can give you are in the shade. So if you're out in the direct sun, it's going to feel a whole heck of a lot hotter than that. Now we are going to keep a decent amount of clouds around, and some other factors will keep us down a few more degrees. and that's why we're not going to be hitting 100 later on today. A lot of clouds around here this morning, and then some sunshine thrown in as the day goes on. We'll still have those heat index readings up in the triple digits, and we're going to hit 96 for high temperature. And then we start to see the chance for a couple of showers, a couple of thunderstorms that are going to be popping up around the area. Storm Prediction Center does have northern Bexar County and up in the hill country on a 3 on a scale of 1 to 5, the enhanced risk, which is a pretty good risk that anything pops would become strong to potentially severe. I want to show you 2 different computer models, and this one, as we go into later on this afternoon, a couple of storms trying to pop up around here, and they will be continuing to come in here from the west and more develop as we go into the nighttime hours, and some of these obviously becoming strong. Notice how this one doesn't have anything coming in here from the north, but there is another computer model. This is the one that's a little more generous with some of these storms. This has these things developing up there in northern portions of the hill country, and I think this is why, of course, the Storm Prediction Center is looking more along these lines and has that risk up there in the hill country in northern Bexar County. So high winds and hail are going to be the biggest threats. And then again, also, we're going to be looking at the potential for some heavy downpours. This is going to be going on in through tonight, and then all that will be tapering off by early tomorrow morning. But we'll have another chance for some rain tomorrow night. Here's what it looks like as far as rainfall totals. Inch, 2 inches. So again, with all this moisture in the atmosphere and you get one of these big storms, they can dump a whole bunch of rain very, very quickly. So we will have to watch out for this on top of that threat for the severe storm. So today we make it up to 96. Small chance for rain late this afternoon, but that does go up to a 40% chance as we go into the evening hours and nighttime. And then tomorrow we still have that chance for some of those showers and thunderstorms later on in the late afternoon, evening hours. And that's going to be the case each and every day over the course of the next 7 days. It's not like everybody's going to be seeing rain. As a matter of fact, most of us won't, but at least there's going to be that small chance for a couple of those showers. We'll still have temperatures above normal, but we should start to get into more of the regular, I guess you'd call it regular summertime pattern with the humidity, where it's a little more humid in the mornings and then it does drop more in the afternoon. So, instead of keeping these dew points, which has been the problem, up in the 75, 76 degree range, even in the afternoon, which is why we had those heat index readings 110 to 115. So a little bit of a break.
That'll be good.
Yeah, but watch it tonight.
Thank you, Mike.
Time now is 5:52, 79 degrees.
Well, up next, a popular Netflix show is headed to theaters. Plus, an update on Jimmy Kimmel's son, who just had his 3rd open heart surgery over the weekend.
I realized not everyone fantasized about the same hitman.
Before you can stream this new romantic action comedy film starring Glenn Powell, you have a chance to check it out in theaters. Netflix Hitman is having a limited theater release now before heading to the streaming giant on June 7th.
Because you talk stuff out so much with Rick and you sit and you talk about around the story, by the time you get to actually shoot it, you're just performing for the crew at that point. Yeah. You're really just showing up to play.
Jimmy Kimmel sharing on social media that his son Billy had his 3rd open heart surgery over the weekend. Kimmel has detailed his son's health struggles since Billy was born in 2017 with a rare congenital heart defect. All's fair in love and poetry, and of course, all things Taylor Swift. Swift's Eras Tour is expanding. The multi-Grammy-winning singer-songwriter adding 3 shows in London next month. And keeping it across the pond, happy birthday to English actress Carey Mulligan. The Oscar-nominated actress is turning 39. That's what's happening in Hollywood. I'm Melissa Adon, ABC News, Los Angeles.
It's an exhibit larger than life, Dino Adventure Park, taking over the San Antonio Zoo from now until September 2nd. Here's your chance to visit velociraptors, triceratops, and of course T-Rexes. Read about all of the schedule of events right now at KSAT.com. Well, ahead in the next hour, GMSA Our Great Grad series continues with UTSA and one grad who turned his struggles into success. Plus, summer is here, but before you hit the water, you'll need to protect your skin. Why a local dermatologist says you should try to avoid spray-on sunscreen. She says they're just not that effective. And up next, a big anniversary coming up for Spurs fans. We'll take a look back at 1999 and that shot, the Memorial Day miracle with Sean Elliott. I'd high-five you right now if I could. Right now, coming into town from, say, Corpus Christi towards San Antonio, you're going to run into slowdowns on I-37 northbound at Braunig Lake due to an accident.